that at the beginning of the year, beginning of Ramadan, I give the example of the Dastarkhan which has been laid out for iftar. That example also by now you must have heard and listened to it so many times. But if you only take that example to heart, it will change our life. That at the time of iftar, there's dates there's samosas and pies and everything on the Dastarkhan. And if it's 1 or 2 minutes to go, even if the Imam of Haram Sharif or all the muftis of the world have to tell us that open your fast, it makes no difference, 2 or 3 minutes, what difference does it make? The person with the weakest iman like ourselves also, we will say impossible. We can never ever open the fast 2 minutes before sunset. Will anybody open it? If anybody has to tell us, will we open our fast? We won't. We become very, very strong in our iman. We say it is the hukam of Allah Ta'ala, order of Allah Ta'ala, command of Allah Ta'ala. Therefore we will only open after the sun has set. Irrespective of who tells us, we're not going to open the fast. So that example I give at the beginning of Ramadan always. For many years that has been happening. That just as that 2 minutes before iftar, opening of fast is against the command of Allah Ta'ala. In the same way, we have to look at all the commands of Allah Ta'ala. That Allah Ta'ala whom we are following for the 2 minutes, don't we have to follow Him in all our life? So is not namaz also the hukam of Allah Ta'ala 5 times a day, and for the men folk with jama'at as far as possible? Is it not His hukam? To give zakat, to make hajj, to be honest, to be truthful, to develop in our hearts shukr, sabr, zuhad, qanaat, tawakkul and trust in Him. Are these not all hukams of Allah Ta'ala? To fulfill the rights of our parents, our children and our family members, are they not also hukams of Allah Ta'ala, commands of Allah Ta'ala? So why only for that 2 minutes we become so strong? And is it not that same Allah Ta'ala who has ordered no casinos, no discos, no rave clubs, no dancing in nightclubs, and no watching all this porn and filth and all the Hollywood and Bollywood? If you look at the Quran Sharif and Hadith Sharif, so many things have been prohibited, drinking, gambling and other things, and from there these things have been deduced. So let us make up our minds that this Ramadan that went by, if we abstain from all these things in Ramadan, now we're not going to return to it after Ramadan. That is the most important thing.